Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the blessed one, the exalted one, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic information related to meditation practice. Very purpose of this all help you to gain a very clear spiritual foundation for yourself. So then out of this all, as a result that what you can gain, the very result is your inner change. Because when it comes to the growth or the development of the mind, it's very important to let go that the self-centered or the egocentric mind that you build up as who you are, and get out of it. And at the same time, become very clear with the mental clarity. So the mental clarity is sometimes become unclear when you hold it to me, my, I am, so like that, when you depend on the self-centered mind. And at the same time, your mind become very limited. So that limited mind bring up limited experience. That limited experience make you as a limit person. When you become a limit person, you always have to have a struggle to maintain it. When you have a struggle to maintain your own life, out of that struggle, you gain the unhappiness, frustration, sadness, worry, disappointment, comparison, fear, unsatisfaction. So when it comes to that, this is our conventional life. So to get out of it, the other side is being open. When you become open, that means you are not available for anything. But in the moment that something comes to your mind, or in the moment when you experience something, you don't have a kind of like a preconditioned mind. You're not going to experience it becoming a bias to something. You're not going to experience it with the half of the mind. So in that way, the very moment of experience, make you complete. So that completion take you to another level of life. Then you're not going to be the same. So then your responsibility, so your effort should be to have this moment of completion. Wherever you are, as who you are, within that, the very moment of your own reality, to become complete with that experience. But still, sometimes it's not easy for us. The very reason, because we need some effort. And at the same time, with the effort, you have to have basically as a foundation, awareness, recognition, clarity, or like a sati, clarity, mindfulness. So that's why practicing this meditation help for you, whatever the lifestyle and wherever you are, and it doesn't matter who you are, if you develop your awareness, your mindfulness, and out of that mindfulness, the moment of experience become more clear. Out of that clarity, you feel the completion. So then the next version of you become more better. So that becoming better doesn't mean you achieve to these outside things. No, you become more better with this inner clarity. When there is no that the better inner clarity, what will happen? Out of your experience, most of time, life become more bitter. So that bitterness within yourself, and it can go to others also. It's kind of a repulse, like waves can go into other people also. So then you have personally yourself, you are responsible, and at the same time, as a family, as a social beings, we are responsible to keep that clarity within us. So that's why fundamentally practicing this basically open your life to more better experience, and at the same time, out of that your moment of experience, you and other gain more better benefit. So this moment by moment process itself start to take you to different kind of destination. So when it comes to Dharma or Dhamma, it has many meanings. So the Dharma is a kind of like a umbrella. So the umbrella give a protection when there is rain or when there is sun. Like that, so that means that it's kind of like what you hold. Bring some kind of feedback or the result to yourself. So the Dharma, when you what you hold in your heart is another way called Dharma, and what you practice called Dharma, and ultimate truth called Dharma, and whatever belong to heart, mind, world is called Dharma. And another thing is teaching also called Dharma. And four element, heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness, this all the fundamental elements also called Dharma. Their behavior called Dharma. And if something hold deeply, fundamentally rooted with some qualities, that also called Dharma. And also our mental formation, mental factors also called Dharma. And our feeling also called Dharma. And this the universal nature also called Dharma. So like that, Dharma has many, many meanings. But today, we are going to talk about something very important. And that also called Dharma. What is that? And that is destiny. So your destiny also called Dharma. And your destiny, your Dharma, created by your karma. That is the important thing. But most of time, people think your destiny depend on others' opinion, depend on others' decisions, depend on others' positions, like that. But according to the Buddha's teaching, fundamentally, our life depends on cause and effect. So that cause and effect has ability to change. And if you don't change it, if you keep repeat it, then you gain the same result. So then, the most of time when it comes to our day-to-day life, and why people say that your destiny is your Dharma. So where are you heading and what is waiting for you is your Dharma. And it because what you hold here creates something there. And like as example, when you buy a ticket, air ticket to fly somewhere, when you fly and it's a departure, and at the same time there is a arrival airport. So according to the moment that you buy it and according to the money you pay and according to your travel path, when you hear, you're still not there, but when you buy the ticket, now just imagine you pay and you receive a ticket now, and you receiving a ticket means you have a seat there. But you still never went there. But once you pay here, you have a seat. And once you have a seat, and your destiny, your destination is wait there. So like that, whatever the action you perform in this very moment is create something somewhere which we don't know, or maybe we don't want to know. Because sometimes we mesmerize with face values. We mesmerize, we get dusty, cloudy mind because of the moment of result, or maybe our inner desire. But we don't see where we are heading. So then when it comes to this Dharma, there is always, you have to remember, it is possible to change your destination. And at the same time, if you go a little bit more deeper, there is a possibility to end the journey. Rather than going place to place, going parents to parents, going birth to birth, there is a possibility you can stop this journey. So according to the practice, this tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation, that is the very core foundation, that is the very key foundation of this whole teaching. Not to make a journey happen, but to completely stop it. So then how you can do that? So then first you have to remember the very basic principle of the journey. How you purchase the ticket. So your intention is the very currency create this journey. So then when it comes to intention, have you ever seen that? Or have you ever aware about that intention when you do something? As a karma, sometimes we talk about these outside situations, or sometimes we think of it's kind of like a punishment, or sometimes we think it's kind of like a feedback, but we never look deeper into the intention. So that is the very core strength of the karma. So then always remember, you are the only one can see the intention. If you neglect it, what will happen? It's still something happening according to your previous habitual pattern. Still it is there. There is no way that without the intention, just you're going to make an action. Something is there already. Maybe, and on the top of that, we may do many other things. It's not about just moment by moment intention. But deeply, there are certain intentions we have. The mostly related to greed, hatred, and the delusion. So then no, it's always, you have to remember, when you make an action, look into that intention and become very clear within yourself. And sometimes we observe precepts and we follow many other disciplinary codes, and we stay away from many other unwholesome actions. And then we think, oh, I am good. But according to the Buddha's teaching, you have to remember, just without doing anything doesn't mean you are good. Conventionally, of course, you are a good person. But when it comes to the Dharma, the very cankers or the mental formations or the roots of the greed, hatred, or the delusion is still there within yourself. And maybe you can say, I don't do these things, I don't do that things like that. Of course, most of time during the day, you stay away from a lot of unwholesome actions. You know why? Because there is no environment for that kind of actions. That is why most of time we stay away from that things. But sometimes in life, there are situations come. Knowingly or unknowingly, we come to a place to act. And in that very moment, as example, in front of others' anger, in front of others' hatred, in front of others' jealousy, in front of others' ignorance, in front of others' madness, in front of others' hatred, sometimes even the whole world can say, oh, get mad, it is okay. Oh, do something. Go ahead, do something. It's okay. Why? Because other person also doing that. Or blame to somebody. Why? Because other person blame to you. Just do, you also blame it. But when it comes to the true Dharma, you have to remember, practicing means not whole day you observe something and stay yourself and without doing anything. No, when there is a situation come, can you withdraw from that situation? When there is an opportunity, come for you to blame to somebody, when there is a ground for you to fight with others, in that very moment, without doing it, can you withdraw from that? That is a wholesome skill. That is a profitable skill. But what we do most of the time, so the morning we observe 5 precepts, evening we observe 5 precepts, or 8 precepts and 10 precepts, or maybe we keep chanting many sutras, or maybe we thinking may all living beings be well and happy, because no one disturb you. In that condition, you are everything you say very calm, relaxed, comfortable. You feel so good. So in that environment, you can say, oh, may all living beings be well and happy. That's not loving kindness meditation. How about when a disturb comes? How about when the mosquitoes come and, close to your ear? Can you think, may all living beings be well and happy? Hey, your hand go like this, your hand go like this. From where it comes? Because deeply we have this roots, mental formations, cankers. So when everything good, of course, everybody good. So then when it comes to yourself, remember, don't get trapped. That kind of conventional level of Dharma. That is okay, nothing wrong with that. It's okay to practice like that way. But when it comes to the real Buddha's teaching regarding especially the Vipassana meditation, always you have to remember, you can't head massage with the Dharma. You can't head massage with the meditation. You can't kind of like develop a fantasy in Dharma. You have to absorb the true nature of it. So then when it comes to this all, the very important part is having the awareness. Because in any condition, once you have the mindfulness, or once you aware about you, in that very moment, it's going to change the very volume or the capacity or the strength of your reaction. That is where you have to focus. Just imagine there is a mosquito, and then if you aware yourself and know yourself in that very moment, oh, I'm the one who hearing this, and you recognize this mosquito, it's a part of the nature. That's the nature of the animal. And at the same time, yourself, that the irritation arise in the moment, you recognize it is not permanent. It will go away. So then, even though you disturb the mosquito and throw them away, and you do it with the very clear mind, and that clarity uplift you from the moment with the action. So remember that in between your recognition and action, the awareness play a very huge role. So practicing meditation means you bringing that strength in between your actions and your recognition. So it takes time sometimes. It's okay. It's not an overnight mission. It's okay, but step by step, you have to develop this method. And always you have to remember. So whatever the world, it has its own way to go, but it still doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. Why? Even though world has its own way to go like that, you will go according to the way that you carry your intention inside. So then it is your responsibility. You want to go like this? If it is so, then keep doing that way. But if you think one day, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe another time, if you think you need a change, always remember where to start. Start deeper within your intention. Little by little, start to look into that. And then you will see that depth of your thoughts and something always moving like energy. In the beginning, it's kind of like very uncomfortable. Why? Because you never saw that. But still, when you have the effort and when you have the strength, and at the same time, when you become more patient, little by little, you go into that uncomfortable zone inside your own mind. So that is the power of practicing meditation. Once you are capable, because most of people can't handle that discomfort that happen inside their mind. That's why they go crazy with this outside world. So once you are capable to handle that discomfort, and this, whatever this outside things is going to be okay. That doesn't mean you become kind of like a zombie or allowing whatever happen. No. You start to act according to necessary cause and conditions, and you start to react according to the necessary reasons. So once you have that kind of mindset inside you, you are the one who's going to get benefit out of it. And then it's kind of like you hold an umbrella. And when the rain comes, when the summertime, the heat comes, it will protect you according to the capacity and according to the strength of the umbrella. So then always remember in yourself, while you close your eyes and sitting and crossing your legs and sitting in your meditation posture, everything okay. But when you go into this outside world is always like a tornado. It's always kind of like a natural disaster. It's always kind of like a hurricane. It's always kind of like a very dangerous drought. That's how. Maybe you are very calm, but sometimes it can come through like from other people's mind. So sometimes that around, maybe you sleep next to the tornado, who knows that? At home, maybe there is a hurricane, moving here and there. Anytime it destroys everything. Huh? Sometimes you sleep next to the very dangerous drought. It kills everything. How you know that? You don't know. But sometimes you may experience it. So, but the thing is, why you need this umbrella? You need this umbrella because when that kind of situations come, ordinary people, what they do, they react according to the same way. When somebody blame, when somebody get mad, when somebody get disappointed, you do the same. And so there is a social validation for that. Nothing wrong. If they hit, we hit. If they kill us, we kill them. So like that. But when it comes to Dharma, that kind of way, there's no end. But here, once you hold the Dharma and it become like umbrella, when somebody hates you, you don't do it to that person. If somebody blame to you, you don't blame to that person. You are capable to absorb it. And at the same time, you are protected. So then you are not going to get effect like ordinary person. So then your reaction not going to be the same like that. So this protection you need. Because we don't know tomorrow what kind of people are going to be around us and what kind of friends we're going to have. What kind of husband, wife, children we're going to have tomorrow. And maybe this life is okay, but how about our next birth? We don't know what kind of parents we're going to have, what kind of brother or the sister going to have with us, what kind of neighbors around us, we don't know. So how about if it is kind of like a tornado, hurricane, earthquake? So how about if the person going to be like that, how are you going to handle it? Because when the other people get mad, you can't get mad. How far you can go like that? Then by the time you get so tired about life, there are a lot of people get tired about life because of other people. Why? Because they don't develop the Dharma within themselves to be. And when the situations come, it's okay for them. So then always remember, this is the protection that you should have. And when you are in this journey, if you go for a journey, have this protection. But what the Buddha taught, don't keep going this way because there is no end and it doesn't matter whatever the Dharma you practice and how good your umbrella and again and again, again and again. The whatever the hurricane or the disaster, tornado is also going to become more stronger. So it is better rather than building up a more strong umbrella and stop the journey. So then how you do that? So that is where you deeply start to investigate, aware about the intention. And when it comes to that, have the clarity. Don't do because things are that the doing the right things good. Don't do the good things because you think it is good. Always remember, so whatever good or bad, this everything as experience. There is no such a person to experience that things, and whatever feelings arise out of the experience, it is not permanent. When you recognize that, in that very moment, what happened, the reaction, the effort towards the reaction bounce back. You can do the good things, you can practice something good. Just as example, when somebody do something good for you, and then if you can do the good with the self-centered, egocentric mind. Oh, this person did something good for me, then I will do good for that person. So it's a conventional level, it is a good action. Of course, it will create a kind of like a good result, good karma, like when you become generous. It will create another journey. But what you need to know, if you base with this impermanence nature, And once you know this, whatever that you experience is not permanent, and at the same time, whatever the feelings arise, not permanent, and whatever the recognition arise, it is not permanent. And even though it is not permanent, now you are experiencing something. So you can't deny it. You can't say there's nothing. It's all empty. No, you can't say that. There was a young monk and start to practice this whole meditation, and then he start to think about this, everything empty, everything empty, everything empty. There's nothing. And then one day he went to the teacher and had a kind of like argument with the teacher. This everything empty, there's nothing. And the teacher said, come a little bit closer, and took a stick like this and hit to his head. And then he, oh, ouch, he hold it. And then the teacher asked, if everything empty, from where that pain comes? So like that, we can't say this everything empty. So impermanence, you can see that, but still you have to remember, you go a little bit more deeper and recognize there's no such a single entity exist itself. Things happen, things there, and according to many cause and effect. So, and at the same time, and what you experience, it's not because of you. That's one of the beautiful teaching that you carry within yourself. Whatever you experience, good or bad, it's not because of you. It's the very nature of cause and effect. And that's why, according to the cause and effect, you experience that. Once you recognize that, in that very level, in that very moment, that the mind pondering towards the action or the reaction start to bounce back, withdraw from it. If you are capable to do it little by little, little by little, little by little, the strength of the reaction or strength of the desire to react start to slow down. That is where little by little, little by little, your destiny becomes shorter, 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 not longer. And then by the time when you are mindful, when you become very clear, you start to recognize your destiny in front of your nose, in front of your eyes. Your destiny is there. So then when you become mindful, you start to see it. Then you know what to do, because it is in front of you. If you don't know where are you heading, then it makes sense because you don't know. But little by little, little by little, when you develop this method, what happens? You start to see. And when other people start to behave in a certain way, you start to recognize your destiny. Where are you heading? And that is where you withdraw from that, all actions, whatever unprofitable. And when something comes towards you, you recognize that is your destiny, keep coming towards you, then you're not going to say yes to it. And maybe there is a call, come to your cell phone, and if you answer that, it's going to change your destiny. So that is where you become very clear with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and around you. And once you have it, you can. If you want, you can change it. And at the same time, if you become more clear, you can stop this journey. That is what we call the liberation or the Nibbana. So then always remember, rather than just keep doing some good things or maintaining a very nice, comfortable life, little bit go deeper. Grow yourself spiritually. Don't afraid for that. Shake little bit yourself and go a little bit more deeper, challenge yourself. Because otherwise your mind build up a very comfort zone. Even it can happen with the meditation or your spiritual practice. And you make it more nice, comfortable. You feel so good with that things. But when it comes to understanding reality, there's nothing to feel good about it. When it comes to Dharma, when it comes to truth, there's nothing to feel good about it. And at the same time, why? Because if you feel good about it, then the other side, you feel bad also about something. So that's why. When it comes to truth, the truth not going to depend on your feelings. That is where you go more deeper into your wisdom and open that chamber. And that is there. You can recognize something, you can experience something without feelings. That is the nature of true wisdom. If you depend on feelings, remember, you are not still into the real wisdom. You are still dealing with this conventional life. You still trap on these feelings. It's on the skin. But when it comes to truth, it's not limited to your skin. It's go into your muscles, your bones, your bloods, your nerve system, your guts. It's go all over your body. And then it become you. It's not just the feelings. You become with the truth. Then you become the truth. You arise with it. You go to sleep with it. You live with it. It's not a moment you practice. It's not a early morning you observe, precept, go to sleep, observe, precept, or 5-minute meditation, or 5 minutes chanting. No, your whole life is become like a chanting. Your all actions has become like a discipline. Your each and every moment is kind of like a movement of wisdom. That is where you become part of the Dharma. So be a part of Dharma. With that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left hand neck, get straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. Your backside. Your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, to spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Yattavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamchatu. Bless.